Little update on our Datnoid perches. This is the smallest we have. North Thailand tiger, NTT. It's probably about 3 or 4 years old, but it's still pretty small. I'd say about 8-9 inches. Probably more like 8 inches tip to tip. It lives in a 240-gallon with the rest of smaller fish and growouts. And we have 3 more. We haven't had them for long, probably about I want to say a year or 2. That's an Indo-Datnoid 3-bar. This one is usually stable. Once in a while it may fade a little, but usually it is stable and shows nice vivid bars. That's a smaller Indo 4-bar. It's pretty unstable. The bars come and go. And the last one is also 4-bar and unstable. We got this one, the bigger 4-bar, the smaller 4-bar, and the NTT. The 3 of them we got, I want to say about a year ago, from our pier on Monster Fish Keepers, Shukans. They came tiny, like whatever, 3.5 inches. So from 3.5 inches, this Indo-Datnoid tiger grew to about, looks like about 14-16 inch, which is a very good growth. But this one took to pellets right away and fish, while the smaller one, where did it go? Where did the smaller one go? Do you know? No, you don't know. The smaller one, oh, here he is. Oh, it is. They were all the same size, both Indos and the NTT. But the smaller one is still probably about a foot, maybe 10 inches. Probably about a foot, I'd say. It didn't like pellets, so it was holding out for the fish. And it didn't eat as much or as balanced a diet as the bigger one ate. The one that's right now about 16 inches in the back. So they made a difference, unless they are different gender or something else is different about them. That's the only difference I could note of substance. The amount of the kind of the feed that was accepted immediately, and the amount. But right now the little guy takes pellets as well. It took him about half a year to learn it, while the bigger guy learned right away. And the stable guy we got from Rodrigo, from Predatory Fins, when they were still here. Probably about, I want to say 2 years ago, or 1.5 years ago. This used to belong to another Monster Fish Keepers peer, Vincent Wu. And Rodrigo kindly sold it to us for a symbolic fee of $200. Back then it was probably about a foot. Right now this one is about 16-18 inches. As all perchers, they're very aware, very sight oriented. They recognize their keeper and interact with their keeper. You see how it studies the camera and me. So once again, this was a new learning for us. We only had Datnoid perches, started having them about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Never had them before. And they're pretty awesome. We had other perches, like shiatsu perch, the Chinese mandarin perch. We had a couple of Lates perches, barramundi, and Nile perch. Those are the giant growing ones. They all have about similar demeanor and behavior, and their quirks and their biology are quite similar. Okay, sorry about the darkness. It's already night, and even with the lights, I don't keep very bright lights in the tanks, so hopefully you see something. Yeah, there's 3 bars, of course, what people notice first. I don't know, people are nuts about the bars. Everybody wants to score a Siamese tiger, the true 3 bar, the Pulcher, Datnoidus Pulcher. If I'm not mistaken, this is multiradiatus, Datnoidus multiradiatus, the Indo tiger. But if I'm wrong, correct me. I find it fascinating how their bars display their mood. They can very quickly change colors. Right now this perch is getting apprehensive because I'm filming it. It doesn't know what's happening. And the bars are fading more and more and deeper down the body, reflecting its apprehension and dismay at what's happening. Yet it's not very afraid of me either, so it's also curious to see what I'm doing and why. It's pretty intelligent for a fish. The bigger unstable forebar is starting to come back as well. You see it in the back, approaching, but keeping to the back. It's more skittish. This one is more dominant, more confident than those two. These two are the wusses. Yeah, stick out all your pricks just in case I'm gonna attack you or eat you. Them raising the dorsal fin spines is also indicative of their mood and of their thought, if they have any thoughts. I guess intentions, you could say, or what their instinct is might be telling them right now. Yep, you want to look at the camera as well? Here's your chance to shine. Okay, so this is our little Datnoid story. Thank you for watching as always, and thank you for all your support.